As you can see, my reviews can be art housey as well. What's up, guys and gals? Jared here with another fancy pants Oscar bait type movie review. So Netflix, Netflix wants to get in the game of kind of award-worthy movies, and they just released a new one called Roma. Roma takes place in 1970 and follows Cleo, a maid for a household of Sophia, her husband, and 4 kids. As the story continues, it's an emotional journey for both Cleo, who is dealing with her own personal stuff, and Sophia, who is trying to keep her family together. So is Roma all of the buzz people have been talking about? Let's find out. Now, before I get into my thoughts, let me know what you guys thought of Roma in the comments down below. Are you a big fan of Alfonso Cuaron, and did you really kind of like this foreign film aspect? Now let's get into some of the good things this film did. First things first, I'm gonna say that Roma might not be for everyone. One, if you're not into black and white movies, not gonna work. If you're not into reading subtitles or it being in a foreign language, probably not gonna work. And this is a very much art housey, personalized story. So if you're not into that, Roma's probably not going to be there for you. Anyways, getting into Roma, this is a very beautifully shot film. I mean, obviously it was a bold choice, or the director's choice, to have this all in black and white. Hold on a sec. But a lot of the shots that he has in this film are really enhanced by that black and white color choice. From the opening credits of having the skyline reflected onto like the wet tile of the floor, or the closing kind of sequence of having this wondrous, beautiful sunset in the background when they're on the beach. Through and through, I personally think that Roma is one of the most beautiful films of 2018. And it's not just the beautiful shots, but there's also these really good or really satisfying tracking shots following Cleo as her and her friend go down a street and it follows them, or when she's in the house of Sophia and she's going through and turning off all the lights before bedtime. The camera just kind of follows her throughout this sequence, and it's really satisfying. Also, Cuarón did this thing maybe once, twice, maybe 3 times in this movie where the main character, or the characters that we are focused on, were in the foreground. And it's a very emotional time in those characters' lives, but in the background, there's kind of like lighthearted, fun, happiness going on. So it's really this dual, emotional aspect that's really almost like it's satisfying, but also cruel at the same time. It was a little off-putting the first time I saw it, but again, Cuarón knew what he was doing in this film, and it really ties everything together. As for the story in Roma, it really has this kind of main storyline. It's very emotional, and it follows Cleo as she's this maid for this family of a wife, her husband, and 4 kids. But then as the story kind of goes on, you get more in-depth into her story. You find out that she gets pregnant. The guy isn't really the best guy. She has to go through all of this emotional stuff by herself, and it's a really heartbreaking story. I will say that right away, it kind of felt like a cliched story where, this one person gets pregnant, the guy leaves her, but then it does take these twists and turns that, again, are very emotional, very painful, and it's not something that you're really used to. And next to the main storyline of Cleo and what she has to really deal with, there's also kind of this subtle, it kind of takes more screen time towards the end, story between Sophia, her husband, and the 4 kids, and the family in general. Basically, Sophia's husband is this doctor. Obviously, it's revealed that he's kind of cheating. He has a mistress. So that's really taking a toll on Sophia and the kids. And it shows how she has to really struggle between keeping her life together or keeping her emotions in check, while also, kind of putting on this facade for the kids before she can officially tell them. It's these dual stories that really keep things interesting and makes the story kind of flow on. And again, Sophia and Cleo actually kind of come together at the end, and they're there for each other through, honestly, some of the emotional stuff that they've ever had to deal with in their lives. However, I did not think that Roma was as perfect as some critics are saying. Obviously, it takes on this foreign film aspect. There's subtitles, there's black and white. You got to get over that stuff. But my lord, this movie is slow, and I mean slow. It's definitely more of an art housey kind of indie type movie, and there's a lot of shots or sequences that are supposed to hang on you as a viewer, and it does hang on you, but sometimes it's focusing or looking at certain things for much too long, and the shot just carries on. Also, like I said, that it's, this art housey indie type film, there were some scenes that just felt out of place. I honestly, I didn't even, just let's roll one of them. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Overall, Overall, Roma is this uniquely shot and emotional-driven film. With some beautiful shots, Cuarón really toying with our emotions, and this emotional twofold story that flows throughout, but with it unfolding very much slowly and some art housey type material. I'd recommend checking out Roma if you have the chance. I mean, pretty much everyone has Netflix, so, turn it on, give it a try. In closing, I'm going to give Roma 4.4 out of 5 emotional black and white shots. So what did you think of Roma? I want to know in the comments down below. Anyways, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Follow all of my social media stuff down over there. There's more videos over there. Subscribe to my channel down over there. And until next time, I'll see you later.